This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hell of a Boss, a spin-off web series from the creative mind of VivziePop, extends the universe established in Has Been Hotel. As an animated adult comedy, it has garnered both dedicated fans and outspoken critics. This show has some haters. Now, I don't think you have to like the show. No one has to like the show, but it's odd how some people watch every episode of it, even though they hate it. Then a lot of people get on Twitter and start a new drama based on what the voices in their heads came up with. For example, because there aren't many plus-size female characters in either work, the gluttony character design should have been a fat woman.
What do you mean by that?
This is like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. If Vivzie made the character representing gluttony overweight, many people will argue that it's a fatphobic decision because that'd be drawn a correlation to being gluttonous and being fat. So it's really ironic that a lot of people wanted her to do that anyway. They'd be so for real, they would have fought her for that too. Another Has Been Hotel drama was this scene. People were attacking VivziePop for adding a deaf character into the show because that must mean he's in hell because he's deaf. And also it's unrealistic because since they're in hell, this sweet moment shouldn't exist and this kid should have been beat up or something. Actually insane criticism, I'm sorry. So VivziePop seems to have a lot of haters. Many of their critique does seem very nitpicky. So when the Has Been Hotel series trailer dropped and social media formed its opinion on it, I didn't think it'd carry much weight. Boy, was I wrong. Alastor is part of the core cast that makes up the Has Been Hotel characters and has been with us since the pilot aired. The main criticisms against this character were that his kind of magic is based on a real closed religion in Africa, and the symbols shown when he does his thing, his magic, are the actual religious symbols used in these religions. Now, what is a closed religion, you may ask? Closed practices refer to spiritual traditions that restrict participation to certain individuals, usually those who have familial connections within the community or have completed a specific initiation process. Unlike open practices that are accessible to anyone, closed practices have intentional boundaries and limitations for valid reasons. So with this in mind, Alastor, who looks to be, an American from the 1920s, a closed practice in a small region in Africa doesn't really look like it fits in his ancestry. So people found this use of religion offensive. And there is a conversation to be had on whether Has Been Hotel has to respect religions anyway. So that brings into question, why are some religions okay to mock and use in parody, while others will make you lose your job? Is it true there's no religion that's above parody? Will you find out in this video? No, not here. Okay, because I'm not opening the can of worms today. What I will say is there are two ways Has Been Hotel could have went to bypass this drama. They could have just made up different symbols that had no connection to the religion, or they could have said Alastor is actually African. They went with the latter. Hey guys, it's Spooksy, back at again another video. I hope you like this one. It's something that I saw on Twitter a little bit, and I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, so I kind of want to bring it up. Before I get right back into the video though, here's a word from our sponsor. Squarespace is an online website builder. If you're an artist, Squarespace is one of the best ways to set up an online portfolio, and that is why I use it personally. It's fully customizable, and I feel it really lets me express myself artistically. However, that can be overwhelming, but do not fear, there's a huge array of flexible website templates you can start with. You can build off of them and make them effective for every device. You can also set up an online store and sell both physical and digital products. And there's even an option to sell member-exclusive memberships where you can add paywalled content. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/spooksy to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I've seen this occurrence where a character is suddenly representation. Let me just get into it. Let me get into it further. I have this rule where if I have to learn about an aspect of a character's identity through Twitter and not the actual source material, it's not canon to me. I don't care if it came straight out of the creator's mouth. If every source is a tweet or an Instagram post, I don't care. Because obviously the creator didn't care. Because why is it a secret? Remember when Gandalf from Harry Potter suddenly became gay? Because J.K. Rowling was criticized for some questionable things in her writing. If I can't watch the source material and deduce the author's intent, then perhaps the intent wasn't there. Okay, lose the Owl House. We find out seasons after the show originally airs that she is Afro-Latina. Now, I know Afro-Latinas that look like Luz. It's not far-fetched or anything, but why can't she just say it in the show, or just showing some family portraits? Why is the only evidence a screenshot of a tweet? The Owl House example is not really that bad because at least it's more random than done to bypass drama, and you can't really argue against it. It's just like, okay, what am I supposed to say to this? But Alastor isn't even designed to look in any way racially ambiguous, and you don't have to take my word for it. Just search human Alastor and see how hundreds of artists depict him the exact same way. And I'm sorry, but saying out that Alastor is black is like the laziest way to get out of the hot water they were put in. This is the whitest character I have ever seen in my life. I want to coin a term for it. I'm thinking like incognito diversity, but I don't know about it. It's a working title, guys. What do you think? I think it's kind of insulting to like marginalized groups to do things like this though. Like, who are you trying to fool? Like Alastor, like, who are you trying to fool? Like, what is he mixed with? White and Scandinavian? Like, it's okay to be white. I don't understand why they didn't just go ahead and make fictional symbols for Alastor to abide by. It's not like this show is any sort of religiously accurate anyway. Like, it's already so, there's so many creative decisions made in how they depict hell and how they depict the angels and how they depict like Lucifer, all these not mythical, you know what I mean, all these religious figures. So it's why is it suddenly like we gotta be exact? We need the exact symbols from this closed religion for this like fox deer demon character. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, I don't really care. It doesn't affect me. But seems like a weird hill to die on, is what I'll say. And as I've shown with previous examples, okay, weaponizing the marginalized identities of your fictional characters is a fan favorite among a lot of creators, I've noticed. But another one of my big issues with this is that in this like massive like push of, hey, my work is diverse too, it seems like a cop-out. Like, you want to get the recognition for it without dealing with the pushback if they were upfront, right? That's why, despite the criticism Steven Universe gets, I respect Rebecca Sugar because she was really standing on business, okay? Her show was ultimately canceled because she refused to back down on showing an explicit, no metaphor, no subtext portrayal of a gay marriage. She could have taken the easy way out and she didn't. Steven Universe really paved the way for other shows like The Owl House, and I really don't think we give it its flowers enough. What do you guys think of this move? And what's your opinion on incognito diversity? Like I said, working title. Also, give me other names. Like, what should we call this phenomenon? You know what I'm talking about.